What's good, YouTube? See, I'm back in the building, back with another video. So, a while back, there was a lot of different things that we talked about in some of the videos, wondering why men stop approaching women. And one of them was rejection. So today, we're gonna watch one of my favorite groups, Apple and Preach, react to different people, different topics based on, rejection and what can cause rejection, where the discommunication comes from, so that way we can understand both sides points of view. But mainly from a guy experience, I can sit there and talk to women to explain why most guys, if not a good amount, will probably think a certain way towards the way that we do some of the approaches that we do that might not be ideal for you. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Life is a joke. I can't even make this up anymore. Like I can't even make this stuff up. I'm talking to this girl, we're texting for a little bit, it's going well. I say, hey, do you like coffee? She says, yeah, I love coffee. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, cool. We mesh on something. Do you want to get coffee sometime?
I do that all the time too. Like try to find things I get in common with the other person, then let's go do that. That's why my first question is like, do you like fucking? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, cool. Would you like to take a fucking sometime?
Wow.
just
I'm never that bold.
I mean, why would you? Well, why are you tripping?
Does it work?
90%
Does it work?
of the time, it works in the 10% of the time that it works.
So it doesn't. Cool.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So she texts back and she says, this isn't going to work for me. We have different approaches / principles to dating, and I'm not going to waste our time any further. And she blocked me. You just said you love coffee. What's wrong with getting coffee?
Oh, well, it's really simple. There's a difference between loving coffee and loving coffee on a first date.
Here, so I said, coffee screams cheap. Lunch is an interview. Dinner is romance. That sounds good on a Hallmark card.
Ask me on a coffee date, I'll give him 1 of 3 responses. For a blunt response, I'll tell him I already own a coffee machine. For a straight response, I'll tell him I only like to go coffee by myself.
Hold up. Just to address the little segment that they said earlier. Wait, where is it? Man, let's go back to it. Right here. Coffee screams cheap. Lunch is an interview. Dinner is romance. So, for the women that feel this way, first of all, if you're into coffee, is your coffee cheap? Your coffee is not cheap. Do you really drink coffee like that at home? Now, you can get coffee with your friends, like an episode of Friends and all of that stuff, but I'm not sure why you feel entitled to how much a person is going to spend on you. Because how would you feel if you had to spend money on a person and they was trying to control how much you spent on them? You would probably look at them crazy. Especially if you thought the guy was handsome and so handsome that you would possibly do something out of the norm and want to go out on a date with him. Or keep talking to him until you hope that he takes interest and makes the move. And it's so one-sided that you got to balance the scale. You got to understand meeting in the middle. It's like you forget about meeting in the middle about certain things. Because from a lady's point of view, I get it. You don't want to be low value. You don't want to feel cheap, all of that stuff. Or, I don't know, what about the low effort. But there's guys out there that will probably take you on a coffee date and try to talk or do too much. and you don't want to waste your time. But coffee does so many things for a guy that is very helpful for the guy and very good, and says a lot of things about you that you don't even realize. Like, for example, for guys that have really good intentions, right? You being able to go on a coffee date helps us to know that you're not there for our money. It's one of the first signs that you're actually here to try to get to know me. And for all you know, if the coffee date works out, we could possibly go to dinner later. But if you already, up in arms about it, then you have an idea about how much you want to be spent on you. And then now this is taking me out of the picture, out of the pocket, because now I got to sit here and be like, if the date that you have an idea about is too much, is this what it's going to be like on a normal? Or, you're trying to understand in the long run of things, what would y'all every day be like? Or what would y'all dates, or can I see my person doing more than just dates? Like being out and about, running errands, doing this, that, getting something to eat. Like, you want to see if you can be with that person in a lot of different scenarios, not just dating, Like, once you officially become a couple, how that dynamics works, you're trying to get a preview of so many different things in one shot, right? Then, with it being early in the day, it's not taking up your time in the evening where you might have stuff to do, he might have stuff to do, fresh air, get some walking done, which technically is part of a TV show. There's a lot of TV shows like that, so I don't understand why y'all don't like it. Because women love to try to do things and fantasize off of TV shows so their life could be like their own story and stuff like that when they miss the message. To me, completely. Your life is going to be different and the way you see it, but we don't really try to necessarily do stuff based off of TV shows. We just kind of do stuff based off of how guys feel and how we would want to go about it and the thought process behind it. Not really, oh, I saw it on TV show, I want to do that. Lunch is an interview. I don't understand that because I have never been on an interview where they gave me food like that. So, and then going on a date is an interview. You're getting to know each other, you're filling each other out, trying to see if you for each other so y'all can hire a companion or not. Dinner is romance. You just stuck in your head about how you want to be able to brag to your girls about something, or how you want things to be for your own ego, instead of actually thinking about it like, am I intentional because I think I like this guy? And then if you like this guy, you naturally will be considerate towards him, versus if you didn't like the guy, now you just got the meal at a place that you wanted to go to, but you probably could or could not go to, or this is a chance to get extra or get something different that you haven't, or if you never went to it, now you get to try out this food and brag about going to this spot. But it's like, I think it goes a long way and says a lot to the women that actually like a guy, that if you not trying to drain my pockets, even if I had it, says a lot about you, and that I could work with you in the future and I could be interested in you more and invested. Versus if you just be that type of person because it's not your money, you don't care about the guy's well-being, finances, this, that, and the other. It just gives you a certain type of taste. And not all guys think like that, but there are guys out there that will be trying to see what it would be like to be with you on a regular basis. Is it a liability? Is it an asset? Especially if you are dating intentionally, not just dating for a meal. So, or not just dating for a booty call. So, keep that in mind.
It's cheap. Lunch is an interview. Dinner is romance. That sounds good on a Hallmark card.
Ask me on a coffee date, I'll give him 1 of 3 responses. For a blunt response, I'll tell him I already own a coffee machine. For a straight response, I'll tell him I only like to go coffee by myself or with my friends. And for a cheeky response, wouldn't you want our first date to be memorable?
You want a woman to fantasize hooking up with you.
I personally think first date with people are always memorable. I don't see myself being that type of person that would invite you to coffee. A walk in the park, I would, just because I would want to go to a good restaurant, eat some good food, vibe, and then burn some calories off while getting to know each other some more. I think a park gives a feeling of being in a public place. If you're not fully comfortable, we're still in another public spot where you should feel more safe and secure, that you should be able to get help in case something crazy happens or that person doesn't work out. So I want to always in mind give you the option to have the accessibility to feel safe if it doesn't work out, and you have options to feel comfortable, while still enjoying the vibes, having conversations, this, that, and the other. I wouldn't want to break the bank or go to a fancy restaurant on the first date. I feel like the second or third date will be a fancy restaurant type ordeal. Because I feel like the first date is the intro. Go to a nice restaurant. Go to a nice restaurant that doesn't, you don't spend crazy amount of food. You just get something solid to eat. Understanding each other more, feeling each other out. And if things and chemistry is picking up, then definitely let's go all out with the very next date. Because why you feel like the second or third date wouldn't be memorable or things that you could talk about, I feel like if the connection was naturally there, I don't want a woman to fantasize, because I want the reality of our chemistry to not be made up. I want it to be genuine. And then some details you can't necessarily talk about. And then who you gonna talk about it to? In this day and age, if you talk about it to some of your girlfriends, your girlfriend might try to take your man from you. So I don't know. But if you want to brag about it, I get it. But I'll probably do going all out date probably on the second or third date if I feel like the chemistry is there and things are picking up. But if I go on the first date and there's chances that it doesn't work out and we're not looking for the same thing, this and the other, we did go somewhere to eat. You did have a good time. Thank you for allowing me to invite you out. And you don't feel like you got snubbed. I don't feel like I got snubbed.
And she's not going to be doing that on a coffee date. Coffee dates and walks are way too platonic. A date should be where you're having fun, you're connected.
Another thing, if I was taking a friend that was a woman to coffee or something to eat, she better understand that in that position, she's one of the boys. So she better have her money so she can pay her food. This and the other. Now, if you've been with us for some years and all of us been hanging around each other, then of course, as friends, we got you. But don't put us in that, ladies, don't put us in that position where you just don't happen to have money often, but you're ready to go to events with us all the time. Like that don't, now you're just using us, abusing us. So like we'll get you if you're a legit friend, but you gotta turn around and get us when we ain't got it. You feel me? Otherwise, you know, people start dissing themselves when they start realizing you're just using people.
And you're close in
You
proximity.
know, we pretend.
Sorry, man. You're right. You're right.
What?
I don't understand the close proximity setting, because technically, if you go to a coffee shop, the tables at the coffee shops is smaller than the tables at these nice dining restaurants. So technically, you'll be closer that way. So I don't get it.
Do you like a date has to be close in proximity? It cannot be platonic. I'm sorry, you're right. Yo, you like f***ing? Yeah. Okay, let's. You're right.
Okay.
It's gonna be memorable. Whether it's good or bad, it's gonna be memorable. Boom. You're f***ing right. Shit, I don't know shit about this shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Hi.
Teach me.
Let her cook.
Coffee
I just think you're probably gonna do it for two reasons. You're either going on a date because you actually like that person, or you going on a date to have something to talk and brag about and feel validated. Because I can't see, there's a way that both could be the situation if you meet in the middle and you're very considerate of that guy. But if, for the most part, if you trying to brag to your friends, that means that you are trying to put up this front about a certain standard about yourself or among your friends, or your friends talk to you about a certain standard. Or if you with that guy, you're just finding ways to try to be adjustable and go with the flow. But there's a chance that you with the wrong guy, you're doing that with the wrong guy. And you haven't seen enough signs that he's just grateful and he's gonna take care of you and look after you.
dates and walks are way too
Treat you well.
platonic. A date should be where you're having fun, you're connecting, and you're close in proximity, so that fantasy and allure and intrigue is there.
Oh, this is why you should.
But if I go on a dinner date, spend a lot of money, and all of this is not there, I'd be pissed off.
Never accept a coffee date for a first date. Perhaps it sounds convenient to you because you don't need to spend the whole evening with
She's filming this from IKEA. What's going on?
She's in the cubicle.
Jesus Christ.
a stranger you may not like. But a guy who just invites you for coffee shows such low effort. It almost shows as if he's not interested in getting to know you. As if he says, let that girl prove herself first before I'm willing to take her out for dinner. But let me tell you what this says about you.
Real.
If you accept a coffee date, that actually shows that you accept the bare minimum, and that shows how you see yourself. Because if you don't see yourself as being worthy of something more than just a coffee, how can he be convinced? The purpose of dating is to meet new people, and maybe to meet a potential boyfriend while having.
So here's my take on this. To the ladies that feel this way, that you don't want to be worth just a coffee, do y'all turn around and buy expensive gifts when you find that guy, and you treat your guy to expensive gifts that he likes, like that he's really into, not what you think he would like? Leave that in the comment section down below. If you don't do that, let me know that too.
Having fun. But a coffee date doesn't sound like fun. It sounds more like a job. Okay, I'll go.
I mean, it's not fun if you just don't know how to have interesting conversations. Okay, here's what it comes down to. Coffee date.
And from our end, going to a high-end restaurant and it's never going to work out, or your personality change, or you buy the most expensive stuff without any consideration for the person that took you out, sounds like a scam. Or how about the moments where you're taking pictures of being at the restaurant, but you're not taking a picture of the person that you're with? because it's not because you don't want people to know who you're talking to, because you definitely should do that, so that way it don't, other women can verify that you're not talking to the same man. And if you got women that will probably try to get in his DMs or take him for themselves, then you should get rid of them friends. Like, why you got them around? Or they should be downgraded to associates, even if you're trying to get them for like certain purposes.
Are fine for people who enjoy the idea of going on a coffee date. For some people, it's perfectly acceptable. Sitting down with somebody, there's a lot of pros to it, not too intense. At the end of the day, if it's not going well, especially when you're meeting someone that you don't know well at all, then you can just leave without too much strings attached. Also, it's not a dinner, so he's not paying for a lot, so you don't have to worry about him feeling entitled after the fact. There's a lot of reasons to like coffee dates. And there's a lot of reasons to like dinner too. I mean, yeah, so guy's probably going to be paying for your meal. I would like that too if I was a lady, okay? Free food, shit. Sign me up, bitch. But I think there's also a lot of reasons why women don't feel very comfortable when they're meeting someone that they don't feel comfortable with on a dinner date. It can feel a bit more intense, and you can't just walk away from a dinner the same way you could probably just leave a coffee date a lot earlier, right? So there's pros and cons to both. I just don't know why people have to always make this aspersion that people who accept coffee dates have low self-esteem or accept the bare minimum or don't value themselves. You can value yourself and take a walk with somebody. Some of you guys actually need to go and take walks with the people you're on dates with. Not because it's cheap, but you actually need to spend way more time actually talking to the person that you're going to be romantically interested in and getting to know them properly. Too many of you guys want to go straight to the really romantic stuff and then go to fucking right afterwards. It's okay to do simple shit together too. You know what? With simple shit, you can find out if you guys are actually compatible. Because you guys got to sit there with nothing but each other, and that's it. And if you guys can't carry a conversation and find some common ground, you're probably not meant to be together. Is one way or the other right? No. And I think it's okay to not like one over the other. I just don't like it when people choose one and they be like, hey, you fucking basic bitches who would accept that. Why you gotta be insulting? Why do you gotta look down as if your way's better? Honestly, when you act that arrogantly about it, it makes me think that you're probably a little hoochie mama who's in for some free meals. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Wait, now, I'm doing exactly what you're doing, so it don't sound great. But you get what I'm trying to say. So, that's my thoughts on this whole discussion every time it comes up. But yeah, live and let live.
I don't think that there's a problem with people just want not.
Sorry. You said I don't think, and I'm like, I don't see anything wrong with a little bump and grind right away. I don't see nothing wrong.
Oh, and there's coffee. I don't see nothing wrong with that, but I also didn't see.
Got you. Sorry.
No. I bro, come on now.
Yeah, keep going.
I understand the sentiment.
Keep going. Got you.
I'm the one that
Yeah, go for it.
So, I understand people that don't want to go on coffee date, and I'm for it. I'm for the fact that you don't want to go on coffee dates. I'm for the fact that you want to have someone spend a little bit more money on the first date and stuff like that to wow you. Keep that energy. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. If that's you, thank you. On the other hand, the person that wants to go on coffee dates, that's just a red flag for you, and then you just move on because you don't want that person. It's like someone that don't want to date me. I'm not going to try to force myself to, no, but why don't you want to date me? You don't? Cool. I like who like me. Keep it moving. You know what I mean? Them not wanting that is fine. It just shows you right there and then that you're not compatible on the talking. Just talk. Just by talking, you know you're not compatible. Keep it moving then. Just like the same way that you would go on a coffee date and you would talk and you'd be like, I don't think we're going to be compatible. Let's move on, or it's not going to work. It's the same thing, but with a few less steps, right? You knew right away that it was not for you. So don't be mad. Just keep it going.
So here's my final take on this. I feel like when I'm into a person, if there's a possibility, whether I got it or not, that I really am invested in this person, I would want the ability to see this person often. Like, I think I'm the type of person that the woman that I would possibly be into is the type of woman I could take everywhere. Like, we can dress it up and go to high-end events here and there and stuff like that, but she's the same person that I could enjoy simple things with, like the Jamie Foxx theme song. Like, the person that I could take to a food truck, the person I could take to the park to walk and lose calories with me, to be able to feel like I enjoy talking to this person so much that we talk about different topics and learn more about each other, learn more compatibilities, learn our indifferences, just feel like this journey is so worth it that I am eager to spend more time, as much time as possible. Now, you ain't gonna be able to do it because you got work, you gotta take care of stuff, but it's the idea that if you really into a person, to me, you will want to spend a good amount of quality time with them, right? So I don't think you should love bomb people because, you know, there's a prospect of that. But at the same time, if I really value you as a person, I don't want to waste your time if it doesn't work out or we don't see eye to eye. But at the same time, I'm not asking you to put on all that damn makeup either. Like, you really doing that for yourself or to look good for others or whatever and whatnot. But, you know, like, I gotta put on a certain amount of things to look good for myself, but I don't sit there and charge that to you. So I don't know, man. I think coffee dates are feasible. They don't necessarily be the first date. You could do a dinner on the first date, and then if things are going well and y'all don't have that kind of time, but y'all still want to see each other, period, you can sit there and do coffee dates in between dates and then still go back to restaurants. I think they should just be a part of the options. Just like people go to the baseball game on a date. Like, you talking about fun, romance. I think all of that could happen when the chemistry's there regardless. But when you're quote unquote trying to force chemistry and y'all don't have that compatibility right away, it just sounds a bit ridiculous. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Ladies, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna, I know some of the reasons why y'all see it that way, but for those that don't necessarily have fantasies or go off of TV shows or, you know, stuff like that, tell me, what are you looking for when you date somebody? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, tell me the truth. Is it a free meal? Is it actually trying to get to know them? Like, tell me the difference between what are you looking for to a person you're actually interested in versus what are you looking for when a person that you're not interested in, but you can still go out, you know? Until then, fellas, tell me too. My bad. Until then, until next time, till next video. Hey, whoa. Not get coffee. Just peace.